So let's do our first review this semester. Just quickly go through simple examples, one after the other. We'll review basic input, processing, output, decision making, and loops. We'll do two reviews, Unit 1A and Unit 1B. Second review next time will be mainly on loops and decision making. We have seen this question maybe before, but let us again now look at it after you learned new things. This question says, write a program that calculates the number of calories, okay, that results from fat and carbohydrate. Calories from fat, 9 per gram. Calories from carb is what? 4. So total, you need to write a program that asks the user about how many carb grams, how many fat grams, calculate the total calories from each category and print it. Let's see this quickly, and I'll be asking questions, okay? While so let's see the first one, R1 I'll call it, review1.python. Okay, so what's your input here? How many grams of carb and how many grams of fat? So I can say carb grams, can be float, okay? And here what? Input, okay? How many grams of what? Carb. Good. So now we know this. I'll copy paste this and ask him what second question is what? How many what? Fat. Okay, it's a good too. How many grams of fat? That's it. So now I have all the input I need from the user, right? Then you can start now. Start processing it. You cannot start processing unless you have what? Input. So I can say now fat or calories from fat is equal to what? Fat grams times 9. Yes or no? Yes or no? This is what that's what they told us. صح? Carb calories from carb is equal to carb grams times 4. So I know now how many calories you gain from carb and how many calories you gain from fat. Total calories, is it a good name? Total calories is equal what? Calorie from fat plus calorie from carb. That's it, we are done. Let's output the results. Tamam? We can give the user always a good output. Print, for example, I can say total calories. Good. If you want, I can also format it, and hopefully format is now, and here I can say total calories, and I can say 0.2f, since you might have entered what? Some kind of, good. I can also say carb calories, صح, in my output, right? Carb calories, something like this, what? Carb, okay, and I can say how to continue to the next line without breaking the code, backslash, okay, and what now I want to say here? Fat calories, again I can use the placeholder now and here say cal from fat and same format. That's it, we are done. Let's see now. Let's see the program first, test it always, see what happens. How many? 10? 10, I'll do this. Okay, total calories, 130, carb calories, 40, and fat calories, 90. Does that make sense? And organized output and all these things. Did I answer your question now? He says, do I need to do this? Okay. Let us, now what you get here? تمام. Okay, it could work يعني. Good. So we are done with our first and simple question. Go ahead. Well, this is too late to answer this question يعني. This is too late. We explained this at least 15 times يعني. تمام. At least 15 times يعني. We cannot answer those basic questions. This is our third lecture in the reviews only. Okay. Huh? Oh, if it's not my student, I mean, just can attend. تمام. Second one is what? Tickets. You have tickets A, B, C. صح ولا لا, right? A, B, C tickets in a stadium. The user comes and tells you how many tickets of A, tickets of B, and tickets of what? C. If it's and each ticket has a price. As you see here, ticket A is how much is ticket A? 25. B and what? So they will ask you how many tickets of each category. Then you need to output what? Total, and total for each category and total for all. Tamam. So here let us create now a second R2.python here. And so we need to ask the question. Okay, class A. And what's the question? Tickets must be integers. صح ولا لا? Right? You're not going to ask us to input what? Enter class A tickets. I will just put it here. Class A tickets. Okay, class A tickets. Then what? This is integer. So what we can do here now, we can ask class B tickets and C and change the name. So the first three things we ask the user to enter what? Class A and class B and class what? C tickets, and that's it. Khalas. Now we have all the input we need from the user. Does that make sense? Good. So if you have all the input you need from the user, then you can what? Start processing it. So what is class A? Class A total is equal to what? Class A times 25. صح ولا لا, right? Class, here we forgot to put what? A. Then I need to do what? Class B total is equal to what? Class B times 18, صح? Okay. Class B times 18, and finally class C times, I believe, 12. Tamam, I will change this. Okay, I could have timed it, but now we just need to change it to create a new value, and now C, and I believe C is 12. Let's make sure C is 12, and here 13 for C, so we need to go back to the code and change this to 13. Total is going to be what? Class A total, Class B total, and Class C total. So now you have, why I did this in 3 steps. You have all the totals. You have the total for each category. Right? Okay. Class B total and plus Class C total. That's it. Now we can print, for example, here we can say F what? Total price for how many tickets I need, صح? So for 4, I need to know how many tickets. Can we do this? Class, and I should have done their total, class A plus B, class B. Can we do this? Plus class inside. Can we do this expression inside the placeholder? Okay, tickets. Now you see this. Is it clear? The output for the total is equal to what here? Is going to be what? Total. صح? We will do the remaining part later. Let us test our code now. We can categorize the output. Class A tickets 2, 0B, and 5C. Total price for 7 tickets. Is it good? You know how I got the 7 here, right? Is equal to what? If you need this value in your code more than once, then you create a variable. صح ولا لا, right? يعني here total, okay, or tickets count. If you need it again and again, don't copy paste again and again. Tamam? Okay, you just do this and class A plus class B plus class C. Does that make sense, ya shabab? So now, and here I can say, instead of using this, if you need it now, khalas, you use the tickets count. And your output also, you can say print what? F, for example, F what here? Ticket A category, صح؟ A ايش راح نكتب هون؟ A category, for example, راح نقول له how many tickets? Class A tickets. See? Class A what? Tickets times what? 25 صح؟ Okay, is equal to what? هون راح يطلع معنا Class A total. Do you agree with this يا شباب? Do you get this? You see what I'm saying here? You see what I'm doing? Let us just do it for one of them. Okay, I want 3A, 2, and 5. A category, 3 tickets time. So you know what I'm going to do now, صح ولا لا, right? If you want the details of all the tickets here, you can say B category and what here? B category and C category, and here class what? B and class C. This is a good example to know. And here what? 18, and here what? 13, and here what? You just when you choose the names in a systematic way, it's not going to be a big deal too. طيب, I want these things to be indented to the right. You can use what? What is \T? Will take 8 spaces when you output something here. Let's do this. And now I'll do this. 3 tickets, 5 tickets, 6. And you see all of them are 8 spaces. So this is the total for all tickets, صح ولا لا, right? And now you see each category here, the 3 categories. Does that make sense? Any question on this? You could have solved this question in a simpler way, and I just wanted you to cover all the things that I believe is necessary. Go ahead. What? Without F, you mean here? No need for format. You can use what? Placeholder. I was not planning to use not to use format. He says this could be fun. Fine. No need for format. Let us see this now. Okay, 10 tickets, 4 and 5. Does that make sense? What happened now? What is this? Okay, is this what you want? So if you need format, if you need to use placeholders, you must use what? F string. How? This is for me. This is easier. At any time, you just if you decide to format it, you just can say .2f. Does that make sense? Otherwise, you have to change everything. Right? I believe I answered your question, right? So format, I believe we covered format. إحنا more than enough. And here we have seen the second question, which is ticket sales. Hollow cylinder. I solved this example many times. Anyone with a question on this one? We did find we define. The only new thing to you is define what? Define by. Don't use the value of by. Define by and then keep using it in the code. No square root. If you have a square root, how you get it? Star 0.5. So later you will use something called math library where you can call this. So your input will be what? Outer radius, inner radius, and height. Yes or no? And all are float, definitely. Then how to calculate the volume? This is how to calculate the volume. How to calculate the area? These two values, you can add them and print the area and the volume. Since I covered this in an earlier video, I want to go to the next question, which is decision making. Look at this decision making here. We have a question that tells you you're gonna enter Celsius temperature, صح? And then you select, you want to convert it to what? Fahrenheit or what? Or Kelvin or Rankine. If you want Fahrenheit, what you enter? K or R, tamam. If you enter anything else, like here, you see this example here. If you enter X, what are you gonna get? You cannot do this. طيب, when you enter F, Sometimes you enter small f or capital F. You need to take care of this in your input. So your program, how your program is going to run? Look at the output here. The output says you enter Celsius temperature, and then I give you the 3 choices. You select what? Your what? Choice. So first you need to enter the Celsius input, then what? Get the choice from the user, and then do the calculation based on the input. If the user inputs invalid choice, you give him a warning and leave. This is not a loop. This is just what? So let's see how this one is going to work here. For example, let us call it let me save it first here. Okay, and R3 is going to be right. Okay, R3, all the code should be given to you after we finish and the recording. So what's your first input? Celsius, صح? Celsius, ماشي الحال. And this is going to be integer, float, or what? Definitely float. Input, enter, Celsius, Celsius, temp. That's it. Now you have the Celsius temperature. Let me go back to the example. So you'll tell him F for what? K for Kelvin, and so now it's just a message you print. Very simple. So print here. Let me say 1 here. F for what? Fahrenheit. صح ولا لا? Fahrenheit, whatever. And you can use backslash, whatever, but then I'll just make it simple here. And I'll do 2 for what? 2 number here. What? K for what? Kelvin, and R for Rankine. ماشي الحال. Which is option number what? 3. R for Rankine. So now we need to get the choice from the user, صح? This choice is a text, صح? So no need for integer, no need for float. So choice is going to be what? Input. Okay. Enter F or K or R. Does that make sense? Is it a good message also to tell the user what to do? صح ولا لا? Now the user inputs the temperature and the choice. What's the next step? We need to make sure the choice is valid. صح? Calculation is easy. We can get it from anywhere. We need to make sure the choice is what? Valid. How to make sure? There are so many ways to solve this problem. Either if, ELIF, nested if, and here I can say if what? If choice. If choice is equal what? Capital F, for example, or choice is equal what? Small f. Then Fahrenheit is equal, or what? Temp. Okay, this is one way. ELIF what? Choice is equal K or small k. Tamam. So I can say here temp is equal what? 1.8 times what? Celsius, صح? Plus 32. Tamam. Print. I can print here. I can say what? Celsius is sorry. F Celsius, okay, is what? Equal to temp in Fahrenheit. Did you get what I said? Did you get what I did here? So here I can say Celsius is equal to this much in Fahrenheit. Does that make sense? Still not ready. What? If it's not F, what's going to happen? L what? ELIF. Now I can copy all of this, صح? Here I can just now change what? Okay, here either capital K or small k. And to do Kelvin, we just add Celsius is equal to what? Celsius plus 273.15. And now I can say equals to temp in what? Kelvin. Do I have to change anything now? Only the output. Still ايش عنا LF still, right? Okay, again is equal to what? R or what? Small r, then is equal to what here? Will be Celsius, plus what? 273 15 times 1.8. صح ولا لا? Right? Okay, and here I can say what? Rankine. Is it a good idea? If it's not this or this or that, we go to the last. Print invalid choice selected. And this is if statement. No need for revalidation. If it's a loop question, we will do this at the end with a loop question. Okay, exiting, for example, here. Good. Now I can run Salih. Okay. Okay. Enter Celsius temperature 40. Enter letter small f here. 40 is equal to 104 in Fahrenheit. Run it again. Let me enter 40 again and enter K is Kelvin. And finally, I'm going to run K here. I'm going to input 40 and type M. There is no M choice, right? So you get invalid choice entered and quitting. Tamam. So validation, calculation based on input type. Get all the input from the user. Look at the possible choices and else, yes. Yes, none of them. يعني خلاص, you are not good at doing anything. Yes. Yeah, you can make it TIM 1, TIM 2, TIM 3. Aslan, theirs are different. He's asking, can I do this? Now you can, in this example, you can do it. But sometimes you need to use the value you calculated later, after the loop. In this case, you must use only what? 1, because you're going to calculate it once only. صح ولا لا? Right? If it's needed or usable or whatever, like a tax rate, for example. Tax rate. You calculate the tax rate. صح ولا لا? This is one way of solving the problem here using if, ELIF, right? Yes or no? Okay. I can solve the same problem here. Let me show you how I'm going to do this. I'm going to say R3B. You get my point. When you see R3B, it's what? Another solution for the same what? Same problem. So I'll take this now. I'll try to solve it with nested if. With nested if, sometimes it's better this here. If choice is equal what? Or what? Or what? خليك معي. Or what? Or what? طبعا we will do this later with a function next week. Or using nested if. And if this is true, it means what? صح? If it's valid, صح? Here you can say you do all the work inside. صح ولا لا? You do all the work inside now. صح ولا لا? Right? However, else you say what? يعني this is if, and now here inside this, maybe not the best way to do it. If choice is equal what? F. Or choice is equal, but this is nested if, صح ولا لا? Because you have a new if inside this one. It could be the best way, it could not. It depends on the example, but I have shown you many examples using both nested if and if else. The only reason why this is not the best choice, because you have so many reasons to check, so many possible values to check. If it's A or B, odd or high, it's easy to do this. Now, go ahead. ELIF. يعني if ELIF inside nested if. Which one here? Here. This one. This if or the main if? Which one? Line what? Okay, this is not the main if then, صح? This is the if inside. Yeah. F or L. Same solution, huh? And I was going to do this, شوف. I was going to do this, huh? I was going to copy this now. Where? Here, see? معاي؟ تمام؟ and I'll show you now. You're gonna save few lines if you come here, صح? And all of this should be what? All of this should be indented, okay? And here, and you will save a lot of time here. I'll tell you why. One of the reasons is your questions. I answered this here. No need to. Okay. Now here, what you have? Just indentation error. Now, all of this is one if statement. صح ولا لا? Now this is if L. So if it's a valid choice, you go inside here, صح? You do it. Let us do the same code, huh? شوف. Enter Celsius temperature, 40. If I entered M now, the F in line 6 will be false, صح? So it will go to where? To the else of line? Yes. It will not go inside. If I run it again now and say the temperature is 40 and I give K, it will go inside and do all this code. Maybe today you say this is doesn't look nice. Next week when you say learn functions, so all of this line will be outside the code. You will ask a function, is it valid? Yes or no? Very simple way how to do this. Now we'll go to the next example. Let's see. Maximum of 3. Write a Python program that accepts what? Accepts what? 3 unequal numbers. The program then calculates and prints what? Maximum, minimum, and okay, numbers. Let us say integers. تمام? And to make the code focus on the problem, not on the code. So here, if I go here now, let me just create a new code. It will be review for Python. And so we have a tamam, integer, input, enter a number, tamam. And let us say we have also B and C. ماشي الحال. So how many values now accepted? And we assume the numbers are not equal. We assume the numbers are not equal. I will do max in one way. I'll do minimum in another way. I will do max in one way and we'll do what? Minimum in a different algorithm. Both are correct. You can go to your home in many different ways, right? Both are correct. We will do max by assuming that the first one is the maximum. Now max is equal to which variable? A. It could be A, it could not be A. Now we need to check maximum with B, صح? So we'll suggest something. If max is less than B, what do you think? We said A is 5. We said A is a max. Not Brent. Brent will not change anything. Max equal B. So now what will be stored inside max? The value of B. Only if B is greater than what? A. If max is less than C, what does that mean? Max is equal to C. What is stored in max now? Only if C is greater than a B and A. Does that? If it's not, type. Let us do the first part of this code. Print what? Max. Let us try to debug this code. You know what I mean by debugging. This is one of the best ways to start debugging. Tamam. Python debug file. Okay, let us enter 3 values. Unequal. Later we can check if they are equal or not. Tamam. Enter a number 9, 3, and 19. So now I will say here enter. It stopped here. So max now, look at which one. A is equal to what? And what? B. And now next line, what's going to happen? If max is less than B, is max less than B? So what is inside max now? 9. Is line 6 going to be executed? Skipped. Is max less than C? So line 8 is going to be executed, yes or no? بس خلاص, that's it. Now print max. تمام. Good, done. So let me do the same thing with new values. Run, start debugging. تمام. With the new values. Good. I'll enter 3 different values now. Here, I'll enter 1, 18, and 2. تمام. يلا. Now, A is 1, B is 18. We said max is equal to A. Are we done? No, we still need to compare it with. Now, next, if B is less than max, is max less than B? Yes. So now what's going to happen? Max will be given the value of what? B. Now we go to the next line, 7. Is max less than C? So it's going to be skipped. صح ولا لا? So what's the result of this? The result of this, the value stored inside max will always be the largest. You can assume that the first value is the largest. Then you compare it with what? Second, you compare it with third, you compare it with fourth, and so on. If it's less, you say max is this one. And you keep doing this. When you reach the third value, خلاص يعني. The other way is to find the minimum. Okay. If you have 3 values, you can do this. More than 3, you cannot do the second one. You can say if what? Yalla, tell me this. If A is greater than what? B. And A is greater than, then what? Print what? Print A. تمام is, sorry. يعني بس هيك نحط text. A is max. تمام. This is the second way of doing it. تمام. Else if LF ضايل في عنا LF what? B is greater than, and B is greater than A. In this case, if it's greater than both, B is greater. Print what? Print B is max. By the way, I'll still use else if. I'll not do else. Yani I can do else if you are 100% sure the numbers are not equal. If the numbers are not equal, then the last choice is what? C is max. Print what? C is max. تمام. ثواني. Let us see the output of both algorithms is the same. Yes or no? Okay, this is run not 9, 33, 1. Okay, same results of doing it in 2 different ways. Go ahead. What was your question? You need to go to your 6th grade math teacher, huh? Or 7th grade. Discrete logic, yani. You need to think. When A is larger than B, when A is largest? When A is the largest? If A is greater than what? And A is also greater than what? You need to go to your discrete class, tamam? I'm serious because we cannot teach you this here, tamam? Okay. So let us do this with minimum, huh? Do the second one using what? Is this minimum? Now, I just changed this, ya shabab. The second algorithm will find what now? Instead of maximum, it's going to find what? Okay. So you can do minimum in the first way also. Tamam. And here else C is what? Let us see now. Yeah, I think it should work. Yeah, I think it should work. 189 and minus 5. 89 is largest and minus 5 is what? So the first algorithm calculates what? The maximum, and the second one calculates what? And the program says also we need to find what? To find the average. Average is very simple. Is equal to what? A plus B plus C divided by 3, print average, and that's it, صح? Right? Average, we'll fix it. Okay. And now here we run this and enter a number 98813. 9 is minimum, 88 is maximum, and the average is this much. All these things, ya shabab, all these things, assuming the values are what? Are not equal. The question said here, assume, don't worry about it. Do not check. You cannot use these algorithms if two are what? Tamam? Okay? Here the algorithm, if possibly, then you need to do something else. Not now, we'll see it now. Okay. Okay. Electricity bill. What is it? You pay electricity, صح ولا لا? I know you don't pay, tamam? But here, even if you go to Kahrama, how they calculate electricity bill? It depends on how many kilos you use, kilowatts. But for example, first 2,000, they charge you 11 or something like this. Then second 2,000, they charge you what? 18 dirhams per kilo. After that, let us say after 4,000 kilos, they charge you what? Yani if you, okay. So here in this example, first 100 units, what? Free. What? Next what? Yani between what? 100 and 199, صح? It's going to be how many per the unit? 5. More than 200. And look at the sample run. Enter the number of electric, you pay. Otherwise, if it's negative, you do this. Yes, go ahead. يعني I'm not your جراح أعصاب. Okay, I just teach you programming. تمام. يعني أنا cannot يعني I'm not a psychiatrist. I just teach you programming. Okay. I cannot fix gaps. Someone else did. No. 101, yeah. First, no, from 0 to 99 actually is 100, صح? We will not fight on those things. تمام. يعني here I can make it from 0 to 100, and I can make it from 100. This for me, any confusion is not a big deal for me. يعني for me, أنا زياد علي, it doesn't matter if sometimes there is a confusion. The solution is my and this one is going to be from 201 to forever. تمام. So now we're going to input what? Your program only inputs what? The number of what? Units. تمام. So here we can go to where رحنا احنا هون, right? And here I will do R5.python. ماشي الحال. So here units, right? Equals what? Integer. Okay. Input how many units. تمام. هلا the program, look at it. Says if the user inputs negative value, invalid. Later we will do it in a loop. We'll fix this. Whatever I teach you today, baby, next time we will do them what? Inside loops and see different ways of doing them. Maybe today, maybe next time. Depends on you. It depends on which value you are asked to stop the loop. Okay. Okay. I don't know the question of the homework. I haven't seen it actually. Okay, you just enter the value that makes the loop false. That's it. This is general answer. Does it work for any question? You enter the value that makes the loop what? This is a sentinel loop, صح? The question of the homework, right? So whatever value makes the loop false, and then input it. Tamam. And you should have attended the previous 14 lectures to know how to write the code. This is, yani how to write the code is a big question. How can I answer this in 10 minutes? I solved 15 examples. Did I give you one complete lecture in sentinel loops? Yes or no? You remember? I even that day I said that I never gave one complete lecture on sentinel loop. I solved maybe 10 to 15 examples. You need to watch them, Omar, first. Then you try to solve it. I don't know. I don't remember. Most probably Sunday's lecture. Either Thursday's lecture. I believe Thursday lecture. No, same lectures of the Thursday lecture. I solved more than 10 examples. One complete lecture on sentinel loops. Tamam. So now, This one has no loops. That's why I don't want to jump to your question, Omar, since I started this. Tamam. How many now? What is valid? If what? Units. What? Less than 0. What? Print. What? قولوا لي. Invalid value exiting. تمام. Are we done with this? Are we done with this? Why I did it in the first? خلاص. ايوه ريح راسك. تمام. else معناته عندنا value valid صح؟ هلا now طلع الاغراض وبلش اوكي واحد. Right. Does that make sense؟ هلا if what؟ اوكي. هلا خلينا نقول هلا here I can say cost is equal to what؟ 0. تمام. if units less than or equal نحسب 100. okay, then cost is still what? 0. Are we done here? No need حتى to do it. Are we done with the free? هلا wait. هلا we need to see if the units between what? Okay. Okay, so يعني because if you consume 150 units, how much you need to pay? Total 250 صح? 150 units. First 50 what? First 50 what? Free. Then you buy for modulus 100 صح ولا لا؟ Wait. أول 100 free. Yeah, I know that. Else if units greater than or equal to 1 or greater than 100 أنه equal فوق صح؟ and units less than or equal to 200, now you are somewhere in the second category only. تمام. هلا how many units you need to pay for? How many units? Whatever, if you consume 160. تمام. Then okay, units paid equal units modulus 100 صح ولا لا? If it's 150, this one will give you which value? 50 صح ولا لا? If it's 186, this will give you what? صح ولا لا? Right?
It's 200, it will give us 50 as well. If it's 250, it will give us 50 as well.
We said less than 200 صح ولا لا? Here, less than 200. تمام? Okay. Or there's an easier way. You can say minus 100. This is an easier way. صح ولا لا? Sorry. يعني here units paid راح تدفع على minus what? 100 صح ولا لا? So cost is equal to what? Units paid times what? 5. Okay? Good. هلا if you are more than 100, if more than 200 صح ولا لا؟ هلا ELIF what? Units greater than or equal to what? 200. حتى هاي greater than خليها ما نحل المشكلة بمشكلة. Greater than what? 200. You still need to pay whatever you did before. صح ولا لا? This one صح? You still need to and now whatever more than 200, how much you gonna pay for it? 10. So what? خلينا نقول here خلي unit استنى شوي. خلينا نقول هيك اظن بسموها category 1 paid and here خلينا نسميها category 1 paid نفس الشيء. هلا we need to see the category 2 صح؟ cost خليكم معي. أنا ممكن cost and here I need category 2 paid. How many you paid? You pay category 2 is what? Total units minus 200. You agree? Okay. هلا cost is equal to cost plus what? Plus what? Category 2 paid plus what? Times 10. بس خلصنا. Times what? 10. When line 12? لا. Well, you still need to pay for them. هلا if your bill is 300, how much you need to pay? The first category, which is 5 reals. So for the values between 100 and 200, they are calculated here. صح ولا لا؟ Yes or no? مش عملناهم هيك هون؟ ما هو يشتري هو مش راح يدفع سعر واحد عليهم كلهم. هو هيك فعلا الفاتوره. هلا لو فتح لك كهرباء اوكي فاتوره كهرباء I did yesterday to show you this but no time. Okay, you will see this. You pay for first category, second category, third category. بس يخلص كاتيجوري بدفعوك بالكاتيجوري اللي بعده. يعني you don't pay خلص سعر واحد على الهاي. اوكي ماشي الحال. Good. هلا خلينا نشوف الحساب هون. نركز فيه. If your consumption is 250, what's gonna be? Where are you gonna go? To which ELIF? 250. Is it gonna go to first one, second one, third one? طيب third one units my هاي راح تطلع لنا غلط. راح يعطينا 150. هلا الحل اللي عشان نرضي صاحبنا هون فبتيجي على هون انت وبتقول له كل الحكي موديولس 100. If it's 250 تمام. If it's 250, if it's 150, what's going to happen? مش مشكلة. If it's 150, where are you going to go? Second one. تمام. طيب خليني بس أعملها. Let's just do rent, cost. Just we make sure it's right. Just we answer your question later at the end. Let us make sure we are calculating it right. See this one here. I have 150. How much money I need to pay? 250 riyals. صح ولا لا? You all agree 250 riyals. Is it correct answer? طيب run this. Now I have 170. I still need to pay how much? For 70 kilos or 70 units, 5 riyals each. تمام. طيب. Now let us go to the next level. I'll go 300. 300 means what? First, okay, 500 plus 1000, صح? هلا here, how many units? 300. Cost is 1000. غلط. Wrong. So let us see where we made a mistake. This is how we solve a problem. هلا here, if it's here, you say minus 100. Here, if you come here, you do the same thing here. How you do this? Tell me how you calculate it. Well, can you do modulus 200 here? See this one, look at it. Okay. Here 300. Still 1000. Why 1000? Because here someone used cost plus category 2 paid times 10. I know how to solve it. تمام. Here لا ما هيك بصير. Here you will pay again for the. You need the values only between 100 and what? You need this much. So يعني here no need to do anything. If it's greater than 200 accents, category 1 is definitely is going to be what? يعني if it's 250, category 1 is what? Let us see now here. Okay, here 300. 1500 is right, صح? because you pay 500 for the 100 to 200 and 1000. Okay, so let us make it 250 now. 250. You will pay what? We will pay 100 for 5 riyals and 50 for 10 riyals. صح ولا لا? This one is what? Okay, let us go and make it what? 1200 units. So whatever. And my point is, I wanted to also give you the bill, how much you pay for each what? Category. تمام? Calculate it whichever way calculates it right is right. Whichever way calculates it right is right. But it should calculate it always right. Not one time right, one time what? Some of the errors here could not have shown happened if it's only 150. But if it's more than 200, we want to go back and see this. For example, if I go to Kahrama here, let me just show here Kahrama. Here is Kahrama bill, tamam. Let's see. Let's go here. بداخلكم here. Look at it. Here, from 1 to 2000, how much? 11 dirhams, huh? Okay, and I consumed, of course, 2000, huh? So you pay 220. From 2001 to what? 4000, how much you pay? 13. And from 4004 you pay what? 18. Does that make sense? هلا more than 4000 قديش عندي انا؟ هاي my total. My total 7000 صح? So the second category I have 2000 because I am more than it. The first category definitely I have 2000. The last one is what? The last one is what? Minus 4000, not modulus. Minus. Maybe my consumption is 30,000, صح? So here, the third one is this one. So you need to, for example, make a bill like this. That's why I opened this, يا شباب, تمام? This is a real bill, يعني نفس الكاتيجوري, تمام here? نعم. يعني هلا, see what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enter the same values here. But here we have how many? We have how many here? 2000. We can do this and Ish, what's your question now? I don't talk about quiz. I don't care about quizzes. I care about learning how to program. No functions now. We will take functions in 2 weeks. Yani functions will start on Sunday, some functions, and maybe tomorrow. Yani did we say functions? Quiz in which quiz you mean? I can give you a function to calculate this and return the value. Whatever you can do with it. Functions is not our topic. Did we cover functions? Did we finish loops? You need to do calculations. If you are computer science students and you don't know how to do basic calculations, you need to change. You either change the way you calculate or change your major or change something. You need to change something, huh? You need to know how to solve problems. This is computer and math cannot be segregated. You cannot separate them. Computer and math and logic cannot be separated. Tamam. I am hate to keep answering those questions for the same students. These are the simplest problems you will see. Later you see problems multiply complexity by 100. Tamam. I hate to answer those logic questions or simple problem solving math questions to computer science students, okay? Tamam. So problem solved, صح? If you want to categorize the output, you can categorize it. That's why I kept what? Category 1 paid and category 2 paid here. صح ولا لا, right? You get my point. And here خلاص. If you input invalid value, as you see here, for example, if you put -10, what you get? Okay. So you ريحت راسك من الموضوع and you are solving the problem here. Does that make sense? Let us say someone who is he only 80. 80 must be what? 0. صح? مظبوط. 0 for the first 100. Any question? Tamam. Let's see one more question before we. Okay, what's this? Accept salary and number of what? Kids. Salary and bacha ya Saleh. Tamam? Okay, you have seen this question before, right? Maybe very similar than this, huh? Without if statements, right? Okay, I'll keep getting. Okay, now then calculate the tax based on the following table. How are we going to calculate the tax? If no kids, we need to pay attention here. You need to spend time, open your brain, and see how you solve the problem. Computers and programming is all about problem solving. You use Python, Java, or whatever. Your problem solving skills is more than Java skills or Python skills. If you don't have problem solving skills, your Java skills will suffer. Look at this question. I will give you one impression. First thing here, this question will try to show you things from larger than the largest. Anyone with more than 15,000, you don't care about number of what? Kids. على طول what? تمام. Greater than and less than, if there are these three, is it the same range? And these two are the same range. What is the difference inside each of them? Number of bachas, huh? And so how many different ranges we have here? One, and more than 15 is another one. 10 to 15K is a third, 5 to 10K. So you either start from larger than the largest, and I will show you this can be solved with if, ELIF, inside nested if also, or nested, يعني it can be solved in spaghetti of ifs, tamam. But you need to think about it. Okay, last example today. Here we go. This is what? R6, tamam. Good. What do you need? Salary and number of what? So of course, salary is going to be what? Which is what? Input, enter salary, monthly. Tamam. And kids is going to be what? Integer, input. Now you have everything. صح ولا لا? Right? يلا. If, and I'll give you the solution. If salary is greater than 15,000, هذا خلاص عرفنا موضوع صح؟ 15,000, then tax is equal to what? Salary times what? 0.025. خلاص. Not applicable. يعني ما هيك not applicable يعني you don't care in this one. هلا if salary is greater than or equal to 10K and salary less than 15,000. Now inside it, I need to work with another if. If what you it's all kids, huh? If no kids, what? If kids, okay. If kids is greater than 2, what? Tamam. So now I can say if kids equal 0, what? لا هذول اولاد ما لهمش ساعه. خليك معي. Tax is equal to what? Salary times 25%. نفس السؤال الاول. if kids less than or equal to 2, 15 كم اعطانا؟ 20%. Okay, then tax is equal to what? Salary multiplied by 0.2. If it's not 0, not less than or equal to 2, it's more than 2. صح ولا لا? Then okay, else what? Tax is equal to what? Salary times what? 0.50. ما فهمت عليك. We will talk about validation later. انت هلا invalid value قصدك؟ Okay, we'll talk about. Do they say anything about validation here? Okay, we will first we can solve it without validation, then we go back and see the validation. This is the right way, by the way. Right, wait. هلا wait here. No, greater than 15, صح? This one. I'll take this. And what? Change it. Salary is greater to what? 5,000 and less than what? 10,000. صح ولا لا? And what do they say here in the example? If it's, where is the example here? This one, صح? هلا less than or equal to 2 or greater than what? 2. هلا if kids less than, so no, nothing here, صح? Is it like this? If kids less than or equal to 2, then what? 15, otherwise what? 10. صح؟ 15, otherwise what? 10. هلا مين ضل عنا؟ Else the salary is less than 5,000. So again, you don't care about kid. All of them should be 5%. So here you can say else. This else belongs to which if? Else. Sorry. What's here? Okay. Else. بس خلاص. هلا ممكن تحكي else if you will take care of negative values. Else if what? Else if what? Salary. شوف معي. Salary is greater than or equal to 0 and salary is less than or equal to less than what? 5K. In this case, okay, tax is equal to salary times 0.05. تمام. Now let us make sure greater than 15,000 here. Okay. تمام. بس I'm gonna make it back what here. I'm gonna do this what without anything else, and I'll show you how I'm gonna solve it. Else what? We will assume what? We will assume this one is correct. Now, what is it? Let us test it here. Let us see. ما بعرف. في أخطاء. في شيء فوق بالغلط يا جماعة. Delete it. Okay. Okay. Enter salary 2000. 2 kids. We did not print what? Print tax. تمام. بس tax هلا بنطبع. Just to save few minutes. تمام. Tax. Okay. So 200 here. 2000. Okay. Kids, 2 kids. Tax is 5%. صحيح؟ طيب. Let's make the salary 100,000. This is 25%. صح؟ Kids 2. 25%. تمام. طيب. Let's go and make what? 8,000. This one needs work. 8,000 and 3 kids. 10%. صح ولا لا؟ صح؟ 10% مظبوط؟ Here. صح؟ More than 2 kids. ماشي الحال. هلا when I'll go back to validation. When your code will not be valid. If either salary is a negative value or butcher is a negative value. صح ولا لا؟ خليك معي يا صديقي. كل الحكي ها؟ No, I took all this code. If what? Salary is less than what? Or equal 0 حتى يعني. Or what? Kids less than what? Can be 0 kids. صح ولا لا؟ تمام. If salary print what? Invalid. أيوة. Invalid values. Enter. If it's not, it means you input a valid else. وهيك هلا هو ما عجبه الحكي هذا. تمام. I will do all of these things, what? Indentation. Does that make sense? See, this else, okay, this category, maybe we have kids 1, 2, 3, kids 1, 2, 3. Does that make sense, Yeshua? Okay, I am done with today. I will